red ones. They did not make the brochure. They kind of got forgot about, buried back in the back of the one shed, but
Sure.
all of them fired up and ran, and we added those the other day to the website, so those will be in the sale too.
Well, again, folks, the sale is Tuesday, February 24th. Go to Hiner Real Estate and Auction.com. Online bidding there, all the info, brochure. And this sales act will be a virtual live sale.
Yeah, so you're gonna, for the folks that don't know what the virtual live means, it just wasn't set up there a good location as far as having a live sale, big crowd, and I explained to the guys the options. So we're going to virtually chant it. You're going to hear the auctioneer. I think we're probably right at maybe 30, 35 lots. We still got a couple small things possibly to add. So it won't take a long time, but it'll be on our bidding platform. Go to Hiner Real Estate and Auction.com, click the online bidding tab to get registered there. Or for the folks that are set up on Equipment Facts, it's also on Equipment Facts. We'll be running both platforms. So
Save a little money on your platform.
no, the buyer's premium is the same, two and a
Okay.
half percent, capped at 750. Yep.
Okay.
But the the other thing that I just try to accommodate every buyer I can. If
Right.
somebody's not comfortable doing that, call me. I'll get you on the phone. I'll have you on the phone with me, Randy, or my wife, or somebody as it's selling, and we'll bid for you on the phone too. If you're not comfortable with that, or if you're in a tractor or doing whatever, don't hesitate to reach out and just say, well, shoot, if I can't do, I'm not going to get registered to do that. I mean, we'll take care of you any way we can.
Well, not surprised. There's like you've been working with both sides, buyers and sellers for decades, taking care of folks. And you tell me if I got the right phone number here, 260-437-2771.
Yep, that is my cell, right to me, direct. That's fine. And then if the office number, if I'm not in the office, it forwards my cell anyways.
And hey, if people want a nice, solid, older combine, 2001 John Deere 9550, I don't see a ton of these things anymore these days. I'm dating myself, but 3,175 SEP hours on it, and then a 625F and a 693 in terms of heads.
Yep. Yep. And once again, for the hours on that machine, I mean, that machine is very well taken care of. I was actually at the sale where Kenny bought that machine. I told you earlier, he didn't go to a lot of auctions and buy a lot of stuff at auctions, but that combine came south of his operation there about 45 minutes. He bought that machine. It was just a couple years old. I mean, the 9550s wasn't a very old machine, and he bought that machine at that sale and been in his farm operation ever since. But yeah, it's
Nice.
a nice combine, and if somebody's still wanting the old Walker machine, it's going to be a hard one to duplicate in that condition.
A good variety of equipment on the sales act guide. Let's talk about the skid steer and the planter. The skid is a New Holland C245 track machine, under $1,200 on it.
Yep, yep, and I got to make a little correction here, Greg, because you brought that out, and I don't want anybody to call me out on it. That is the one piece in the sale that wasn't in the farm lineup. He had a wheeled Bobcat that he had on the farm, and the guys wanted the wheeled one over at the lot, so they put this machine in. But this came from a farm buyout. He bought this in a 205 Magnum, I think, and some stuff west of here.
Sure.
But it's just a solid stand-up skid loader. I ran that thing around there, pushing snow, setting everything up. Just a good skid loader. The planner, same thing, exceptional planner, kind of the ones that everybody wants as far as hard to find. You don't have to have the big hydraulics to run it, a mechanical unit. I
That's a
think it's
3600 1224.
1224. I didn't have the year in the brochure there, but it's a 2018. Just a
Oh,
stand up nice planner.
okay, yeah, for sure. And then some nice tillage on the sale too, Zach. Can you tell us about that?
Yep. So Kenny was a Salford dealer. So I mean, both of the Salford pieces, of course, came from him at the dealership. But I've heard nothing but good things about the Salford high-speed disc there, the Halo disc that he has. Guys that
That's a
around here,
20 footer?
20 footer, correct?
20 foot. Okay.
Yep. A lot of guys around here that have ran them, demoed them, really, really like them. Yeah, and the 870, of course, in the tillage world, heavy tillage world, the Case IH is kind of pretty hard to beat.
That's a
But
seven shank ripper, disc ripper, the 870.
yep, yep.
Okay.
And then, I guess I'm gonna probably get ahead of you a little bit, Greg. And I know the opportunity there for somebody. A lot of people don't use wagons anymore, and they're getting few and far between. But if somebody is looking for good sets of big wagons, I mean, Kenny pulled everything right back there to his bins. You can see that one bin he got in the background. He's got a huge bin there. But somebody's going to get a good opportunity there on them 755s and 555 wagons. And I mean, they're like new. I think they're 22 and 23 models.
Two of
Um,
each, right?
Yeah, two of each, and all of the ground there that Kenny farmed was right there local. I mean, those things are just as like new as you're going to find.
And you're right. They just kind of call out to you like click the bid button. They look that nice. Yeah, so some other grain equipment. I saw a bush hog at 122 or a 12 215, a batwing, a couple applicators. Uh,
Yep. Yeah, just yeah, he's got the Clung Skilty applicator, which I said Kenny was a Clung Skilty dealer too,
okay.
but that's been in their operation there. So yeah, and there's very few miscellaneous small stuff, but he did put a bigger set of floaters on the combine, so I got the stock tires off the combine that'll be sold at the end if somebody wants to put her back on the stock.
Okay.
We had a wet fall a couple years ago, and they went and got those bigger tires and put on the combine, but. The inspection dates, Greg, and the inspection dates, I got one coming up Thursday of next week on the 19th from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
and Saturday, February 21st from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And
That's right in Columbia City.
yep, right there, and it's right at the Huntington County, Whitley County line. I mean, you just cross into Whitley County
Okay.
right off State Road 114.
Okay.
Really easy to find. But and if somebody can't make those, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm only a few miles from there, and I've made several, personal inspections. Just meet people up there and look at the stuff. So if you can't make those dates and you want to see the equipment, don't hesitate to reach out to me at all.
For viewers who don't know Zach personally, what he just said, he's known for that level of personal service, buyers and sellers, all his years in the business. So again, I love how he rolls, Zach, taking care of bidders and sellers on both sides of it. Awesome. I think maybe the latest model piece of equipment on the sale might be the sprayer. 24
Yeah,
model Hardi Commander, 1200 gallon Commander 45 pull type.
yeah, Greg, and I'm glad you said that because I would have kicked myself. We'd have forgot about that. Once again, you want to talk about opportunity. I know the pull type sprayer thing is a lot of guys are going to the self-propel, but that sprayer is used one season there. Like new, they pulled it with the 4440, 120-foot booms. Somebody in that market for what that machine is going to cost new is just going to they're just going to get a good deal on that sprayer, and they're just be happy about it and and take advantage of the opportunity because we
I
all know
know
what
those
this
sprayers, yeah, they can be tough to find. And a like new one, 2 years old, and of course the new ones we know tend to get a little expensive. So, like Zach said, great opportunity, folks. Again, it's selling Tuesday, February 24th. Go to Hiner Real Estate and Auction.com. Last one I had jotted down, a nice seed tender as well. Can you tell us about that, Zach?
Yep, and it's just as nice as it looks. And like I said, once again, Kenny was an Underford dealer, so I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing that was one that he probably hadn't hung over one year that he didn't sell, and he
Sure.
just rolled into the farm. But it is just as nice as it looks. And like I said, the acres that Kenny would have ran, that would have ran with this equipment, that seed tender is going to be just like a brand new one. I mean, it just
Yeah, it looks beautiful. I
come,
mean,
you come look at it, but I can assure you, if you don't come look at it and we ship that thing to you, you're not going to be disappointed.
yeah, folks, it's an Unverforth Seed Runner 3955 XL. Like Zach said, looks great. Again, folks, the sale is Tuesday, February 24th. What time is the sale start?
10 a.m. Eastern.
10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, I can never keep track of you Indiana guys where that line goes, Eastern, Central. I let you figure that out. I
Well, if
do.
I ever get into politics, we'd change that, Greg.
All right. Again, folks, go to Hiner, Hiner, real estate and auction.com. All the info you can bid right there. Again, contact Zach.